continuing what Nalvage said on Thursday, April 12th. But behold, this charge of mine is tied unto time. Therefore be diligent to learn, diligent to hear, and that with patience. For it is neither a free school nor a school of continuance, for as power is not given unto me beyond the 1st day of August next, so have you no strength to learn after, because I am the staff of your doctrine. Nalvage said, for I am for the comfort of the world, and not for the hindrance. Thus saith the Lord to them that have harvest, let them reap, and unto such as have labor, let them work. As for me, I am tied to time, and am ready at all times, for I measure not your night nor day. Dee said, thanks be unto the highest. Nalvage said, cease now with me, for no more descendeth. And Soli Deo Honor Eo Gloria. And one of the things we have here, I'm thinking of the whole Eckankar thing, because I'm having programs of that go up as I'm recording this, is that the highest jot, or Kal, Dronjon, jot, it means the highest. They speak of it like Satan. But really, it ends up being a divine name. But afternoon of the same Thursday, after some short ejaculations of prayers, nowadays we completely do not use that word like that, right? But, blurting out of prayers to God, there appeared a great black massy dog, with whom I would have nothing to do but expect Nalvage. He said that he was Nalvage. We rebuked him as a hellhound. At length he departed, and Nalvage appeared, but brighter than today. So an illustrious wicked spirit, but who's to say it's not the same thing, because some of the grimoires talk about you'll meet a dog and it turns into a light, but it's unpleasant light, but then there's a further, but anyways, that's for other places, right? Nalvage said, have those things I told you today. Do you have them? Dee said, we have them in record and mind. Have you those things which I told you today? Nalvage said, read them. Dee said, I did read them. Edward Kelly said, he laughed, ha, 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 and so on, a great laughter. He hath also a table, but seemeth not to be like the former table of Nalvage. There are 10 or 11 divisions in this table, as was not in the former table. He said, if thou art Nalvage, proceed in the doctrine of wisdom. If thou art not Nalvage, depart in the name of Jesus. And the entity said, I have free will, and therefore I will be here. See, exorcism doesn't work in that respect. That, you just mention Jesus and you can boss around other beings with free will. And the humans aren't scared about that or whatever. You can't exorcise someone without their permission. If you've opened the doors for spirits and stuff to come, if you're not repentant, why in the world should they not take advantage of the permission that you've given them, or have given in a general sense that they're taking advantage of? Dee said, now I doubt nothing, but thou art a deceiver. The ignorance of the wicked becometh dust, which, showing itself, is swept out of doors and thrown on dunghills. And there was a voice on the one side. Was it the left? Who knows? Edward Kelly said, now appeareth one like true Nalvage. Nalvage said, even so it is of thee, for thou hast opened thy blasphemy, and being discovered art become more accursed. Therefore, because thou art accursed, thou art not dignified, but become a vessel of iniquity. and therefore hast no free will. For free will either is or is in state to be dignified. Therefore, as dust I sweep thee out and cast thee into that dunghill, which is the place of the greatest woe, the dunghill and the reward of unrighteousness. And because thou hast thrust thyself into the judgment of the Lord, and hast heard the secrets of the Almighty, therefore I seal thee tanquam truncus in infernum. Edward Kelly said, he striketh him with an urn like a pair of tongs in the form of mold to cast pellets in, gripping his brain and underchaps, and so he fell down and disappeared, and in his place came Nalvage. Edward Kelly says, Nalvage maketh curtsy towards the four quarters of the world. Nalvage said, my us is as good as thy If these are supposed to be Enochian words, we'd say also us, ves, vum. But Edward Kelly says, in his heart, thought that it might be that now one devil mastered another, and thereupon said, Edward Kelly said, he is now accounting again on his table as he did before, and in the margin he says there are, 40 characters. Nalvage said, unto this doctrine belongeth the perfect knowledge and remembrance of the mystical creatures. How therefore shall I inform you, which know them not? He said, mean you as Babylon, Baboyil, and etc.? So in Enochian, Babion, Boboyil. Nalvage said, the character or letters of the tables. Dee said, do you mean mystical letters, wherein the holy book is promised to be written? And if the book be so written and laid open before us, and then when you will from letter to letter point, and we will record your instructions, and I trust we shall sufficiently understand and learn your instructions. Nalvage said, also in receiving of the calls, this is to be noticed that they are to be uttered of me backward, and of you in practice forward. Well, if they're, if it's right to left and they're thinking in that matter, maybe this word and that explains it enough. But perhaps, it's like that. People saying Our Father in Heaven, either they say that prayer backwards with the sounds, or they say it backwards with the words. Nalvage could have been doing the same thing, couldn't he? But he said, I understand it is for the efficacy of them, else these things would appear, and so hinder our proceeding learning. Nalvage said, Dub kiti yursum Isaiaman sees. So DP CETEIRSMSSS, then listed in another line, ESAIIMMNSES. It says 24 in the margin, but Edward Kelly says, all this was in one line. It is supposed to be in one line. The lowermost portion and the lowermost line thereof. Nalvage said, Demaitium. IEEETNOEDMETM MMMMDMAETSEAM. 24's in the margin. That's not 24 letters. 27's in the margin. That's not. Edward Kelly said, "Now he standeth still." Nalvage said, Airatia sans siats damas iawa Dian. In the margin, it has 43 EVIII, but the letters here to reiterate, because that's what I'm doing, the second repetition, AERTISANSSE 1 half, or is that 1 and then a 2? I think that's supposed to be a 1 and a 2 next to that E. ASDMMSEAOAOIIIAOIIITTSDAIN. Edward Kelly says, "These seemeth to be taken out of diverse lines in the 3 lower portions, but none out of the uppermost, are fourth, and in the and in the margin to this, it has 81 I or F, this double bracket thing with I and then E. Whosoever O followeth it may be E or I." Okay. Russian Dasuri Solson Riri Sefer He Yasui Rathaniyasiui Smid Finitas Erasis Eorsamit Derfinditas Erasi Irsiasinui Smithsafid Ioi Siasiui Shidas Daf Tiorsuin Hatit Uishi Uradiri Uisir Iri Suryasui Indihidat Randan. The rest of this lesson the next morning. So, after Svidnioi or Svidnioi, the I or the E or the Y sound, but to reiterate the spelling here, we have RSHDDS R R E S O L S N R E R E E S F R H E I E E E E I E E O E T I S O E. And SOE is on a different line than REE, and then we start a third line, RTT HDEOISEOESMETFEDE, and then another line, TSEEERSESEORSMET, then another line, DR, there's a dot next to D and R, like they're abbreviations, or FE, and then a space of 3, DETSEEERSE, and then another line, and then the curved parentheses bit, but you think more of Pisces, right? But then you have EER, and then you start another line, SISEHENOESMEFSFEEDI, either I or E, and this is double bracketed to show that there's a variation, right? OE, and then another line, SSSISEOESHE, then another line, DSDFTEIORSOEDHTET, then another line. This is, it doesn't line up with the others. There's a space. OE, before starting this list, OESHEOTREOEHSER. And, the first four letters, which doesn't repeat, OESHE. But then we have another line, EEIR, ESRISOEHEED, EIEHE, and then DTR and DHDN. The rest of us the next morning. And D said, after the correcting of certain places before in the letters he said, I feel no more. Thanks and honor be to the highest forever. Amen. Friday morning, hour 8:30, April 13th, Cracovia. Not long after my invitation, Nalvage appeared. Nutu die. Nalvage said, our peace, with his triumphing patience and glory, be amongst you. And he said, Amen. And Nalvage said, it may be said, can there be patience in the angels which are exalted above the air? For such as were of error have the reward. Yea, forsooth, my dear brethren, for there is a continual fight between us and Satan, wherein we vanquish by patience. This is not spoken without a cause, for as the devil is the father of carping, so doth he subtly infect the seer's imagination, mingling imperfect forms with my utterance. Water is not received without error, neither the word of God without blasphemous insinuation. The Son of God never did convert all, neither did all that did hear him believe him. Therefore, where the power of God is also Satan. Lo, I speak not this without a cause, for I have answered thy infection. D said, Edward Kelly had thought that angels had not occasion of any patience, and so was his thought answered. The first table, the center table, is in the margin here. Nalvage said, I find the soul of man hath no portion in this first table. It is the image of the Son of God in the bosom of his Father before all the worlds. It comprehendeth his incarnation. Tassian, and yeah, that's what it looks like, Sion, and returned to a judgment, which himself in flesh knoweth not. All the rest are of understanding, the exact center accepted. Giving the English letters, A, 2014 in the 6th table is D, 86, 7003 in the 13th table is I, A in the 21st table is 11,405 downward, I in the last table is one less than number, a word, Ja'ada, Yeda. You shall understand what that word is before the sun go down. Ja'ada is the last word of the call. 85, H49, ascending T, 49, descending A, 909, directly O, simply H, 2029, directly call it Hoath. 225 from the low angle on the right side, continuing in the same and next square, D, 225, the same number repeated, A in the 13th table, 740, ascending in his square, M, the 30th table, 13,025 from the low angle in the left side, 84 in the square ascending, call it Mod. O, the 7th table, 99 ascending, C, the 19th descending, 409, O, the I from the upper right angle, crossing to the nether left, and so ascending, 1003, 83, N, the 31st, from the 31st, from the center to the upright angle, and so descending, 5009, call it Noko. Be patient, for I told you it would be tedious. O, the 39th, from the center descending our left hand, 9073. D, the 41st, from the center ascending, and so to the right, upper angle, 27,004. R, the 43rd, from the upper left angle to the right, and so still in the circumference, 34,006. I, the 4th, ascending, 72,082, in the same table ascending, the last, call it Zerdo. P, the 6th, ascending, 109. A, the 9th, ascending, 405. 81. L, the 11th, descending, 603. Call it Lap. D said, here he stroked the table on Saturday action following at my reading over of it backwards. Well, a lot of backwards reading in a lot of languages actually means something different, so that's something to consider there. E, the 6th, from the right angle uppermost to the left, 700. G, the 13th, descending, 2000. R, the 17th, from the center downwards, 11,004. SO, and there's a dot. O, the 32nd, descending from the right angle to the center, 32,000. Z, the 47th, 194,000, descending, call it Zorgi, of one syllable. Zorg, if you're going to say it in one syllable. A, the 19th, from the left corner, descending, 17,200. 79, a 24th, from the center ascending to the left angle, 25,000. Q, the same table ending 33,000. Call it Pa'a, 3 syllables with an accent on the last A. Okay. But despite all this, you can say this in different dialects. I wouldn't add extra sounds, and with the fallen, with the jinn, with the malak versions of these, the Z sound versus Zod, be aware of what you're, meaning with those variations. E, the second table, 112 ascending. L, the descending 504. C, the 19th table, descending 1013. That C is called C minor. I, the 13th descending, 2005. C, the 14th descending, 2907. Call it Kikle, or Kickle, or Kikli, or different ways to pronounce that. Edward Kelly says now he's kneeling and praying with his rod up. 76. O, the 4th ascending to the left angle, 390. D, the 4th ascending, 812. O, the same ascending, 902. Call it Odo. Here he striketh again on Saturday. The Balgi was saying okay. Anyways, 75M is on the one side, and then we have N, the 9th, descending 804. A, the 11th, descending 2005. R, the 14th, descending 5006. And it's saying that A may be an A or an O, as we've stated before. N, so R, the 14th, descending 5006. N, the 16th, descending 12,004. A, the 20th, descending 17,006. Z, the 32nd, descending 40,006. 2004. I give it faster unto you than I received it. And it says that this may be corrected as an M, so Zamran, call it Zanran. Whatever Kelly thought it. Okay. And 74, we have T, the 4th descendeth, 212. O, the 6th ascendeth from the center to the left corner, 1907. Call it Ode or Oat. 73, A, the 9th ascendeth, 500. C, the 10th descending 602. Call it Ka. D says it's 2 syllables, but Ka with a C. Ka. R, the 16th ascending 22,006. A, the 19th descending 23,012. C, the 30th ascending 30,006. A, the 39th from the left angle, descending 42,012. Z, the 46th ascending 312,004. Call it Zakar. And use of your 72s by that. Use of your time, refreshing and return. Dio gratias, redamus, immortalis. Okay, so the same Friday afternoon, circa 3 horum, so 3 in the afternoon. Remember, 12 would be midday, not 1 something, not 11 something. It doesn't, this is back in the day where that didn't vary per where you were, and daylight savings time and all that stuff. After a short request made by me to Christ for wisdom, says D, to be ministered by Nalvage, he appeared, and spake much to Edward Kelly, which he expressed not to me, but a length confessed that he gave him brotherly counsel to leave dealing as an idolater or fornicator against God by asking counsel of such as he did. Edward Kelly confessed that he had been that day and some days before dealing by himself after his manner to understand the Lord Lasky and of other matters of Lasco, and left his questions in his window written. Nalvage told him the devil had now taken away his questions. Edward Kelly went down to see if it were true, and he found it true. Nalvage said, "Pray." He said, "We prayed." Nalvage said, "There is an error in the last, not in the numbers, but in the letter. I will first go through the letters, and after come to the numbers. How many words have you received this day?" D said 13, whereof Yeda was said to be the last of the call. Nalvage said, "They be more worth than the kingdom of Poland. Be patient, for these things are wonderful." 71. And then you have N. The number must needs go to the 6th, descending 309. A, the 7th, ascending 360. O, the 9th, ascending 1,000. O, the 13th, ascending 1,050. V, the 17th, ascending 2004. It is Vo'on. It may be sounded Va-O-an. Add these last numbers. D said 309, 360, 1,000, 1,050, 2004, and you arrive at 4,723. Vo'on is spoken with them that fall, but Va'on with them that are and are glorified. The devils have lost the dignity of their sounds. That's a weird way to put it.